Hey everybody, Gwen again. So I have something I want to talk to you guys about. If you've been following me for a long time, you probably know that I've been developing a feature film, Red Revival, for a very long time now. Me and my best friend Josh finished a really strong draft of the script early last year. We were very proud of it. Some people were interested in it, but it didn't really go anywhere, unfortunately, and it just really took the wind out of our sails. Mine especially, I took it pretty hard. Josh went and continued working on his short film Rouletta and another feature screenplay that I can't exactly talk about here, but it may actually be one of the best things I've ever read personally. I threw myself into a ton of other projects, films I'm still developing, by the way. Please don't get that twisted. But I scrambled to make something more, let's just say, risk averse. That was not working at all. I tried to get into the competition for the Found Footage Feature Fund grant that was headed by Mark Duplass and the Transgender Film Center, but it was a very, very tight deadline, and I write very meticulously and slowly, and while I love the found footage format, it is a learning curve, like a big learning curve in terms of structure and all that. So it's way harder to write than it may seem, at least for me. And it's really not that hard to figure out how that went. Through most of that, I was and still am co-hosting Curse Cinema Cube with Josh and Steve, and I've been in a bit of an editing binge lately. I know we haven't exactly released any new episodes yet. That's due to a whole laundry list of things going on. But I have been putting together a slate of finished episodes to start releasing once we're ready. The show hasn't exactly popped off yet. It hasn't even hit 100 subscribers, but we're really proud of it. It's very fulfilling. We love doing it, and we understand it's not something that is really going to see overnight success. All of that being said, I kind of had a bit of a crisis recently. I'm turning 29 this year, which means this is the last year of my 20s, which is just like, Jesus fucking Christ, that's wild to say out loud. I have been working towards a feature film for 10 years. Red Revival is a story I've been yearning to tell since I was 18. It's obviously evolved a lot since that time. I'd even go so far as to say what we have now barely even resembles the original form that my idea took. And honestly, that's just kind of the nature of creation. But I've been in the midst of getting some serious wake-up calls in my life. Just really brutal reminders of life's inherent impermanence, as well as really violent or distressing nightmares that have not been helping my mental health or my already deeply unstable sleeping patterns. And I realize that I can't really wait anymore. I can't keep setting this film on the back burner while I endlessly fail at rushing to make something far less complete and far less artistically fulfilling than the exact film that I have already dedicated so many years of my life to getting made, whether that be studying and shadowboxing techniques and you know, working on little side projects with friends. I've spent years preparing for it, and honestly, I gotta say, I've officially hit my fuck it point. And I need to make this movie, whatever it takes. So I'm forming a plan.
P-L-A-N, plan.
Keep in mind, this isn't the pitch video. It's way too sappy and unorganized to be the pitch video, but I'm not going through an entire army of gatekeepers on this. This movie would never get made if we did. Not only because we're not established names in the industry, but also because it's way too queer. The lead character is a young trans woman. It's also a very dark film, even from the first scene. Eventually, you'll see what I mean by that specifically. There are some weird sequences of the film that I just refuse to compromise on, which means I'm going indie on this one. I'm going a bit DIY, and actually, scratch that. More than a little bit. I'm going very DIY with this one. The entire handcrafted Southern Gothic aesthetic that I want to go for with the film is something that has to be heavily constructed through limited locations, miniatures and dioramas, matte paintings, other homegrown special effects brought together through various post-production processes. If you've ever watched videos from the Slice of Life guys, Luca and Dino, I really, really love their work, and that's kind of what I'm trying to emulate with this film. Also, having seen both Chris Stuckman and Markiplier, creators on this platform that I've loved since I was a teenager, come out with two independent movies that found varying levels of success and both really spoke to me. I love both Shelby Oaks and Iron Lung, and they've really inspired me. And if anyone has the ability to relay the message to either Chris or Mark, please tell them thank you, but also fuck you for going out of your way to make something so fucking cool that now I'm filled with the hubris to try and match it. But really, thank you for going out and making your films. It really revitalized my drive to make the movie after going through a bit of a hard time. This movie means a lot to me, and it's been an immense weight on my chest for years, and I need to tell the story, even if it means I never get to make another movie after this one. And believe me, I have a lot of other stories to tell, but I would never forgive myself if I didn't just make this one. It means too much to a younger version of me that was scared and feeling a bit alone as I realized who I was and the world around me got darker, even in my own home. And I would watch from afar as other people my age would go through similar experiences to mine. And I've outlived them. I've outlived a lot of them. It's not fucking fair. And that's kind of what the whole movie is about. It's what I was dealing with as I wrote the early drafts, and I'm still experiencing it today, and in ways that are potentially hitting even closer to home. I need to make this because it's a feeling I don't see in many other films, and I need this story to reach someone, anyone, who might be going through that same thing I did when I was their age, because shit hasn't changed. And society keeps telling us they don't want us. And I need that young person that I'm trying to reach to know that they're not alone. The only way I know how to do that is through my art, because that's why I'm still here. That's the only reason I'm here, really. Because someone made something that spoke to my soul and told me I wasn't alone. That's why Red Revival means so much to me, and that's why I need to fight now, like I've never fought before, to make this film real. But I gotta be honest, I've been scared for a while to do it. No matter how many people read the script and love it so deeply, just as I do, no matter how many words of encouragement I get from friends like Richard Newby, who's One of the best horror journalists I've read. If you haven't read him, you really should be. And people I deeply admire, like the Addams Family, who makes beautiful indie films all the time in what basically feels like their backyard half the time. No matter how many times indie filmmakers like Mark Duplass or Ian Toussaint or Curry Barker or Ben Leonberg or Chris Nash or Alex Hunter or Vera Drew or Mike Cheslick come out with such compelling and interesting work made outside of the traditional system with budgets under $1 million, I've still allowed my mind to trick me into believing I'm not capable, or worse, that I don't deserve it, that I haven't earned it yet. Depression can be a really cruel fucking liar. And I'm kind of sick of her. Because if I have all of these examples of incredible work made at the scale that I'm going to be working at, and get words of encouragement from people who have made really stellar work in this field, why the hell have I been letting the worst parts of my brain tell me otherwise for so long? It doesn't make sense. Take care of your mental health, kids. It's important. So, my plan,
What percentage?
I don't know, 12%.
12%?
I'm still formulating the grander, more intricate details, but generally speaking, making the movie of my dreams, doing it in the most fiscally responsible way I can, while still doing it right, and being as motherfucking bold as I can be. Josh and I are doing small rewrites and tweaks that make the screenplay even better than it already was. I'm crafting the best goddamn pitch deck I can for when we're ready to seek financing. Some, if not a lot of that, will likely be crowdfunding. I've got a strong list of talent and artists that I want to recruit for the film, from smaller actors, some known, some not, that I really want to work with, or cool creative people and other departments, to even friends and family in any big or small way that can help. And most importantly, I'm not taking no for an answer anymore. Not from other people, and especially not from my own brain. I'm done with that bullshit. I don't have the patience for it anymore. So, with all that said, let's make a fucking movie.
Sidewalks lonesome and the nights are bleak. I just came looking for a place to sleep. But what's this now? Look what I've found. People strange, just like me, making art and playing make-believe. Man, I love these guys. They're calling last looks, y'all. We're calling last looks, y'all. Can we slow down, look around, enjoy this moment? The days may be long and tough, they're still zipping by too fast. If this really is the last look, let's make it last.
Hey, you've reached the end of the video, so here is a quick shout out to my patrons, Kate, David, and Chimera Films. And once again, I have a second channel over at Cursed Cinema Cube, where me, Josh, and Steve cover weird, cursed, or otherwise potentially bad movies, and have a fun time with it. It's my pride and joy, and please check that out. I know we haven't released some episodes in a while, but I promise you I'm working on it. And in the meantime, as a little side mission, we have started Cubecast, which is kind of just a more low effort thing where we just shoot the shit for a few hours and hope that people have a fun time with that as well. Additionally, I am a producer and sometimes director on my fiance Jenny the Geek's videos over at her channel, so please go check that out if you get the chance. So as always, keep a steady stride, and I'll see you all on the other side.